Welcome to 411 Now. If you're new here, let me introduce myself. My name is Will Finley, and I am the independent crime journalist behind all the content on this channel, 411 Now. To all my returning viewers, subscribers, and supporters, thank you again. I wouldn't and couldn't do it without you, and I sincerely mean that. So today, we're taking a look at Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell again. The case that just never seems to come to any type of conclusion. Over 2 years now, we have been covering this story and watching it slowly progress and then take, for every step forward, it takes two steps back. Well, there's a little bit of news on it, and you may want to pay attention because there is a court date that is set in 2 days from today. That is on the Chad Daybell matter. On January 27th at 9:30 a.m., I do not know if Court TV or anyone else will be covering it live or if it's even going to be broadcasted because right now it's not showing up on any of their actual digital guides for online information. But Chad will have another hearing on the 27th. This is to explore the motion to extend 12B6s. And that's kind of a little strange in itself that they're going to be hearing the motion on that again. And it has been almost 13 months-ish right in there because this is January. So about 13 months now that this motion has been out there that on delay, and they're going to be hearing it again on the 27th at 9:30 a.m. Now that is Pacific Daylight Time, so judge accordingly, to whatever your time zone is. But they're going to finally hear that case, that motion, a hearing motion to hear about a motion, right? Because why would we want to get to any kind of conclusion? Why move forward in the case? Let's just keep on hearing more and more and more and more motions. If his attorneys have got to be ready by now. I mean, he's had Mr. Pryor since the beginning. There's absolutely no reason why this needs to be extended out anymore. But if we've learned one thing from the Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell saga so far, is that nothing is going to work in a fast, expedient motion, and nothing is going to happen when it actually should happen. Everything just keeps on getting delayed and delayed and delayed and delayed. So that's it for the Chad Daybell update. Recently, on 2020, the news magazine show online, a lot of people enjoy watching 2020, Dateline, and all these other, true crime, kind of like, ha shows. They just recently had an episode about Lori and Chad Daybell. And on that actual episode, they had Lori's younger brother, Adam, was on the show. And Adam made some pretty startling revelations about, his growing up with Lori and where Lori became as an adult. And when she started to bring in some of these prophecies and doomsday, ideas about life. And one of the things that he said that he was talking to Lori and he was relaying in this interview that is on 2020 was about when Lori told him that she was a translated being and that she had personally, in person, face to face, had conversations with God. Not somebody who is a deity, not Chad, but she had conversations directly with God. And they sat and they talked for quite a bit of time. He covered that, along with that she could not die. She believed that she was invincible because she was a deity, that a translated deity that had been brought to here to lead the 144,000, but also to be here so she couldn't be persecuted. This is something that she's relating to her brother Adam in the kitchen of her home, and Adam was like, he said he emphatically told her, look, this is not you. You cannot be, a translated being. These things are not happening to you. But I'll put a link in the description of the video to the 2020 episode. Now, you need to have cable, the package of some sort, and be, so like cable TV in order to, because it's going to ask you to log in to be able to watch it. This 2020 episode is not on YouTube. It is not on Hulu. It's not on anything other than, Dateline's actual channel, ABC. So you have to have the ABC, or you have to have, one of the packages. But I'll put the description down below about that. So you can click on it, and then it's going to ask you to log in through your internet provider, unless you're watching this on a television. Then I guess it doesn't really matter. All right. Lastly, about Lori Vallow, no news is bad news when it comes to Lori Vallow. There has been absolutely no update on her actual status, her where she's been at the state mental hospital receiving, restorative care. Now, by this point, since the actual report itself has been sealed, and every one of them has been sealed by the court up to this point, and everyone going forward will be sealed by the court. But at this point, if she had been restored, we would have seen a transportation notice being put in from bringing her from the state hospital back to the actual county jail where she was before. But we have not seen that, and we also have not seen any transport logs of her actually being transported in chain of custody, her chain of custody, back to the actual jail. So this means that Lori Vallow has not been restored to aid in her own defense in the actual criminal allegations. We say allegations, but we all know she's guilty. But she has not been restored to the point where she can aid in her own defense. So again, no news is bad news when it comes to Lori. Will they be extending it out another 90 days? We don't know at this point. That is something that's between the court, her attorney, which is, Mr. Archibald only now. No Mr. Means. We don't get the wacky, crazy Mr. Means anymore. But, that's between the court, her attorney, and the actual doctors there at the state hospital. If she needs another 30, 60, 90, 120 days, we just don't know. Because, again, in this case, nothing happens in a expedient manner at all. I've known cases where people haven't even killed the person yet, and they've already, progressed farther into the case. Not really, but it just takes forever in this case. And when it comes to the judge, the Honorable Mr. Bowles in this case, he still has not set down a drop dead date on when they have to stop filing motions and just move the case forward. Are they waiting for Lori? No, they're not waiting for Lori to be restored to try Chad. Everything is just moving at a very, very slow pace. Slower than a snail. Well, thank you for joining me today. If you like this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and check out some of my content. I have put a playlist here at the end you may enjoy. And if you enjoy it, please subscribe. In the meantime, you have a wonderful day.